Hi everyone, welcome to the Salty Purls. I'm Kris.
I'm Camille.
I'm Lisa.
And we are a knitting group from the Jersey Shore. We are from a very small little beach community, and we are going to use this space to share what we make and take you along on our knitting adventures.
So we could start by telling a little bit about ourselves. So Kris, you want to go first?
Sure, my name is Kris. I am married with 2 kids. I have been very creative my entire life. I actually am a paper crafter. I adore my Cricut. I actually just got the Cricut press and I am now labeling everything in my house.
I'm dying to see that.
Oh my gosh, it is so amazing. We are making Salty Purls t-shirts for the knitting group.
Nice.
Yes, so awesome. So I started knitting 3 years ago because Lisa and Camille were knitting and I wanted to jump on the bandwagon.
It's been that long already.
Can you believe it's been that long?
That's
I
crazy.
remember.
How long? 3 years?
3 years. So you started right,
Wow.
like what, 6 months before me?
Yeah.
Because I knitted in February and you were knitting at the beach during the
know.
summer.
I kept pushing. I was the pusher.
Yes, she was.
Oh my
So,
God.
well, Lisa and Camille are pretty much self-taught knitters. I took lessons at our local yarn shop and learned how to knit from an amazing teacher. And I've done quite a few classes with her. I actually did a sweater class. We actually all did a sweater class. I knit shawls with her. So I basically went through the whole knitting process with the teacher and it was amazing. I love her. She's great. We just took a brioche class with her not too long ago.
Oh, we're brioche dropouts.
Total dropouts. It did not work out.
No. I think it was
Hectic
the time
time.
of year.
We did. It was
I don't know what we were thinking. Mid-December.
terrible
saying,
time
Let's
to
learn brioche.
And it was fine. I learned brioche, but then it came to fixing mistakes and I was out.
No, I was still getting past or just learning or still getting used to the whole like knit one way and then knitting back without turning kind of thing. The bark and the burp. Is that what it is? Bark and
I don't like anything where I
Yeah.
have to do bobby pins or clips. Every time Sandy pulls out a bobby pin or a clip, I run for the hills.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I don't know why. Maybe I'm just, it's
Well,
too
it's
much in my
kinda
brain.
I wonder why. I wonder why the bobby pin. Maybe because it separates itself from, say, your marker, and you know, it serves as a different type of marker.
I think it's just so that you know what stitch is the wrapped stitch. So we're talking about wrap and turns. The teacher that taught us wrap and turns. It's a very unique way of doing it. I was a little confused about it, and I don't really do it that way. But
My sister got it.
yeah,
I don't,
Yeah.
and I'm like looking at her. She's like, "Put your bobby." I'm like, "Get out of here with your bobby pin."
But
Like
so
German
the
short row.
bobby, the bobby
German
pin,
short rows.
the bobby pin goes on the wrapped stitch so that you can keep track of which stitch is the wrapped one that you have to then
Yes.
pick up. And
Yeah.
And even with the bobby pin on, when I tried it, I still couldn't knit the stitch together. I don't know why. It just doesn't work for me. So that's a little bit about my creativity with knitting. I did try crocheting. I made a hideous scarf that my grandfather, God bless him, wore. And it was horrible. It was so uneven. Like the rows weren't even the same. One row was long, one was short. It was terrible. And it's so unfortunate because my aunt and my sister and my mom can all crochet these awesome blankets, and my aunt crocheted Colin his communion or his baptism outfit, which was so cute.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I don't have the gene for it, so that's a little bit about me. How about you, Miss Camille? What do you got going on over there?
So I've been, my gosh, crafting since I was a little girl, but no one in my family did any of that. If I was the only one, I was alone, and I would seriously cut up an old shirt or pants, get out a needle and thread, that my mother had these like weird, you know, the little travel sewing kits at the supermarket, and seriously, sew a square, and I don't know, I just knew enough to leave a hole. Then I took apart a stuffed animal, and I took the stuffing, and I made a pillow.
Oh
I
my
think
gosh,
I was 9.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, look, Mom, I made a pillow. She goes, oh my God, what? I can't even sew a button.
I could imagine your mother saying it too.
Yes, she cannot even sew a button. So where my creativity comes from, I have no idea. But always loved it. Always felt lost in a craft store, which we never had, Michael's or Joann's.
We had a fabric bonanza in Brooklyn. I don't know if that was just a one-off store or what it was, but my mom and I lived in our fabric bonanza, and it was just amazing.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah. Well, and then my husband's grandmother, 20 years ago, I used to take her to the rag shop, and she would crochet like crazy.
The rag shop.
I would take her, and I just loved it in there. Oh, you know, of course. And I finally worked up the nerve to say, hey, do you want to teach me how to crochet? And she was like, yeah. She was so excited. And I'm lefty, and she's right-handed. So I said, you know, well, what the heck? It's going to be awkward either way. So just teach me right-handed. So I did. And then I just got so frustrated with everything, only knowing crochet. And when knitting was so popular, I was really wanting to do the knitted. But I was always so afraid and so intimidated. But then, you know, until recently, what is it, 3 years ago?
Probably, because you were knitting that summer at the beach, and I took my first class the following February.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, or 3 or 4, yeah, whichever it is. And, you know.
Oh, don't ask me what year
the
that
woman
was.
at work, Maria, tried to teach me, and she did straight needles, and she would put the one needle under her arm like this, and just kind of knit. Like, she's from Italy. I don't know if it's European.
That's the way
they do. It definitely, I just imagined this, you know, with the...
Yeah. Like Wizard of Oz when Auntie Anne was knitting.
Yeah. So, but I finally said, come hell or high water, I'm learning. I want to make these sweaters. I want to make it beautiful. And, you know, the rest is history. And then it just snowballed from there. And I also sew. I'm a sewer. I'm just now getting into quilting, doing a lot of project bags, also for knitting, which Lisa so kindly made me this one.
So
it's like a doctor's bag with the wires and my Harry Potter fabric. So I am making this.
Where'd you find Harry Potter fabric?
I saw this on Etsy.
Cool.
I found it on Etsy.
Actually, it's on JoannFabric.com, but of course they're out of it.
Right.
They have the picture up there, but you can't get it.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
I got it
right
in the middle of the mask frenzy, and the only place I could find it was somewhere on Etsy, and I was like, oh my god, I need to have this so I can make this for Camille.
Yeah, and even now I'm still like on the hunt for the Harry Potter fabrics, but you know, Etsy seems to be, you know, a bit higher.
Price-wise?
Price-wise. So I'm kind of, you know, waiting it out. And I want to really love the fabric. If I'm going to spend the money, I want to absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Not kind of like, eh.
Right. Yeah.
So, yes. So that's for me. Yay. Lisa, take it away.
I have also always had some kind of craftiness going on in my life from a young age. My grandmother was an avid sewer, knitter, crocheter. She taught all the grandchildren, well, whoever wanted to learn, to knit and crochet. Me, I wanted to learn how to knit, so she taught me how to knit about the age of 8. And I did it on and off until, you know, until I met Camille, and she was big into crochet. So I was like, ooh, I want to learn how to crochet. So I, looked up a whole bunch of things on YouTube to learn how to crochet, and taught myself that. Then she wanted to learn how to knit, so then I got back into knitting so that we could kind of, make some things together, and
And I told them to get lost. I was not interested.
Yes, you did.
It's like, nope, tried to crochet. It's not going to happen for me.
Nope.
But thank you so much for thinking of me. And then eventually, I started knitting. And I love it.
Oh, we roped you in.
It's fun.
Well, once you had 2 of us kind of roping
and then
you
you roped me into sewing, so now I got the sewing bug from Camille, and we've been sewing and trying our hand in quilting and bag making, and a whole bunch of.
And not to mention, we get together every Friday night for knit night. It's a chaotic night. We'll have to take you on a tour one night of our knit night. The kids are always there.
Kids run amok.
Yep. We all have two
Yes.
kids. Lisa and I have two boys. Camille has a boy and a girl, and our other knitting group ladies bring their kids. So it's very chaotic, but it's fun, and we drink Trulies.
Which makes it a whole lot.
And
It makes
coffee.
and coffee.
Truly's. mostly
Lemonade.
Truly's.
The lemonade Trulies.
Oh, those are
Oh
good.
my gosh. Do you know
Really good.
that Steve and I went before she had that Epicure party to try and get Trulies, and they were sold out. We went to 3 different liquor stores and could not find them.
And here and
I
behold,
found them
if
at
you
Circus.
you
We
did
went to Circus. Nope.
Wow.
see, and the one right up the road had floor to ceiling.
She's like, there was a whole stack of them. I'm like, you have to be kidding me. The guy's like, oh no,
You
you
go
have to
to-
come on a Wednesday to get those. I'm like, listen.
You went to the one liquor store, that was right up the street from your
Yes.
house. You didn't go to, but
Those got me through the pandemic. Let me tell you, there was some nights after homeschooling my kids, I was like, I will have a Truly.
absolutely.
Yeah, right? So we're all in that crazy boat together. But
Yes.
I saw the email today. It looks like we're good to go. It looks like we're going back in September. 2
Yeah.
half days.
So
You know,
far,
it's-
so
It
you know,
seems
there's
like
still
we still
2
have-
weeks left,
Yeah,
so
we still
it's
have
Yes.
time to cancel the whole thing.
anything can happen.
Anything can
around.
happen.
Yeah, anything can happen.
No. And I do sit on, well, Lisa and I are both on our PTA board. And I have to tell you, people always think I have the inside scoop. I'm like, I have no clue what's going
Yeah.
on.
No,
We do not
we were
give
at
us
a
that
barbecue, a small, birthday party with a vice principal of a high school in the area, and he's like, I got nothing for you.
Oh yeah, they know nothing. Nobody
I'm like,
knows
come on,
anything.
I go, yeah, you say that now until I keep filling his drinks.
You need another beer over there?
Loosening up the
Loosen
lips.
up the lips. Listen.
Didn't work. He really knew nothing but
Couldn't
the
crack
end of
that
the night.
code.
I couldn't crack them.
I always tell Camille, I know the key to your vault. Keep
Yes. Oh my gosh.
You give her a couple Trulies,
Oh,
bottle of wine,
I sing like a bird.
sings like a bird.
I shouldn't probably say that. That's my secret.
And then
give
she
me
really
some-
does start singing.
And then I sing with you.
Yes,
Yeah.
Camille is known to
terribly.
sing or dance on the tables
On
at
the table.
a school event or two.
Yeah. No, I did not get on the table. I just grabbed the
No,
microphone.
you were on the table.
No, the
No, I
other one
wasn't.
was on the table.
The other one
Oh,
was.
oh my God, how can
I
I
had
tell
the
that?
microphone.
I don't know, there's videotape somewhere.
The
of it.
microphone's my go-to.
I may have
I don't
to.
do table dancing.
Stay tuned for our next podcast. I am going to find the video.
Oh.
Not that I'd show it, but I will tell you exactly what went on that night.
Yeah.
Because the lady of the place was like, well, how will I know who Camille is? I said, oh, you'll know.
Oh, you'll know.
When she comes out, because she takes off and goes into like the private bathroom of like the manager of the...
That was the only bathroom.
No, there wasn't. When you walk into the VFW, there's a bathroom right there.
Oh, nobody
You-
said that. It
you
didn't
went to,
say
like,
off
somebody's-
limits. It was
like
like the
somebody's private
VFW, like the regular to the bar area, and I guess I used their bathroom. What? It's one's
You're
over
like
here
all
and
the
one's
way
over there.
back.
6 in one hand, half
The
a
woman
dozen
was
in
like,
the other.
I'm going to charge you guys if you don't leave.
Oh my
The
God.
event was over like an hour before, and we were still dancing.
Wow.
And
She
charging
should have
them.
joined us.
She did charge us extra.
Did she, right?
Oh,
That was the year
really?
she got really annoyed. Yeah, they got very, very annoyed. So.
Well, that was a
you
whole
know,
situation.
well.
Anyway,
Anyway, we had a good
so,
night.
Who's
Fun.
going to start with the knitting?
What are you working on, Kris?
Okay, so I am working on the V-neck Boxy by Hoagie Locatelli, who is my absolute favorite designer in the world. I love everything she makes. Her and I have a very similar aesthetic, if you will, because everything she makes is nice and big and boxy. So I am actually working on the V-neck Boxy, and that is my sweater. It's the first time I ever did a V-neck.
That's gorgeous. That yarn is beautiful.
The
Tie-dye yarn
I love
is
how it's
really,
knitting up.
yeah.
So this is actually, let's see, I may have to hold something up so you guys can see it. It's a tie-dyed yarn. I'm showing it to you in the blue. It's actually called Blue Depths. It's tie-dye and it's by,
Volmet Verve.
yes, Lisa says it's so much better than I would ever say. I'm excited. This was a new to me yarn. Our local yarn shop carried it, and I think in January I was stocking this yarn, and I talked about it, and then, everything was locked down. But as soon as stuff started to open up in New Jersey and we could actually go to the yarn shop, I grabbed it in the gray and in the blue and white. I just love it. It's so different. I like that it's a yarn I've never used before. I think it's from the Netherlands, and it's 80% superwash merino wool and 20% nylon. It's super squishy.
Yeah. I love that you jumped out of your comfort zone with the color.
Very much.
The blue is really,
that
really
blue's gonna be
beautiful.
yeah.
And it looks great with your dark hair against your skin. It's a great color for you.
It is. It's different. I wish I had grabbed it in the orange too.
Yeah,
I really
orange
do,
is
because the
nice.
orange was gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
I was looking at
Was
the
it like a
orange.
rust orange?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember
So
it.
Lisa actually works for a yarn company.
Yes.
She works for Cheslea Yarns, which we're going to talk about in a little bit because that's what we're wearing. Is some Cheslea yarn today. But yeah, no, so I was really excited with this. I love that it's something new. I never did a V-neck before. I love that I'm using a new yarn that I never used before. I really like to learn something with every pattern that I do.
Yeah.
It does call for wrap and turns, and I did German short rows.
I love a German short row.
I switched
Yeah,
it
I'm
out.
a German short
Yeah.
row. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
yeah.
It's my favorite. I like it. At first I did not. I was very opposed to it. I couldn't figure it out for the life of me.
How did you like the V-neck? Like, was that difficult to?
No, it's super simple actually.
Because it looks.
No, it looks like it would probably be like a little bit of a difficult technique, but it really, really isn't. So all you do, so with this pattern, it's a pattern where you're actually knitting flat. It's knit in pieces, and then you pick up stitches, and eventually you start knitting them around. So all you do when you're on the right side and you're going back and forth, you bind off the stitch on the end.
Oh.
And then you eventually get in the round. But while you're working it and you actually create the sleeve, when you initially started the sweater, you're actually creating half of the arm.
Oh.
And then you pick up the sleeves and...
So then the sleeves go. You're not on Sleeve Island.
No, you're not on Sleeve Island. I'm
Yeah.
actually knitting this sweater with my sister. We're doing it together. And she did 3 rounds of decreases and then just knit for a little bit. And now she's doing the ribbing. So it's nothing. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
really, really not hard at all. So,
Yeah, you guys are flying on these sweaters.
well, she's way
Seriously.
ahead of me. I have to catch up big time.
Yeah.
I'm a little behind, but,
Well,
you know.
listen.
Still, for a fingering weight sweater,
Yeah.
I think the next sweater I'd like to do something a little bit maybe like a DK or a worsted weight yarn.
Yeah.
But no, it's super simple, it's easy, it's fun, and it's actually probably the 3rd sweater of Hohies that I've made. And I actually already have a pattern for later because I'm going to cast on another one of Hohies sweaters.
So, do you want to show
Oh,
that?
sure. This is the Puntilla.
Puntilla?
Puntilla, I think is how you say it. It's,
Well, if it's Hohi,
it's-
yeah.
right? I mean, she's from Buenos Aires, so yeah. This sweater actually is really cute. It has a little bit of a lace detail. I'm going to make this one again with my sister, but I think we're not going to do the lace on the sleeve. There is a little bit of a lace detail on the sleeve, and we really didn't like that so much, so I think we're just going to eliminate that.
Now, was that a fingering weight?
This is a fingering weight.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's actually done in the uncommon thread in the singleton base. And then you use the main color, she did in chrome, and then Mad Tosh was what she did for the
The lace.
lace.
Now, are you doing it in the blue, or what are you doing it in?
I don't know, I actually have a cranberry colored yarn at home.
Ooh.
that would be nice.
Yeah.
That's going to be beautiful,
Yeah.
say, for Christmas.
Yeah.
I actually bought it from Cheslea. I don't remember which yarn it was or what the colors, but once I get casting on, I'll definitely post on our Instagram or else on our next video when we're ready to do that. I will show it. But yes, I am excited. This is a great sweater. If you're looking for something different, something new to do, and I just love the specks of white in there.
And the shape of it, it's so flattering and it's so
On
easy to
any-
wear.
Any
Yeah,
body type.
anybody. And it
That's
does.
why
it's-
I love her aesthetic, because
Yeah.
she's got that drop sleeve going
Yeah.
on, where it's a little tight.
And this
it's
goes up to a
square.
4X. I mean, this
Wow.
pattern is super
inclusive.
inclusive. I always do a size medium in Hohi sweaters. We actually have the same bust size, so I always do the
You
medium.
do whatever she is.
I do whatever
and
she
wherever
is.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
it works for me.
Awesome.
Yes. So how about you, Miss
What are you
Camille? What do you
working
got going on over there?
I got a few things. I just finished some Christmas knitting with this Trails End hat.
This hat is so cool.
By Brienne Moody. It is, it uses fingering weight, is your main color, and then the contrast is the ever evasive Spin Cycle.
Oh,
so if
that
you're lucky to
rusted rainbow.
score Spin Cycle, which I had bought like a year or two ago, and of course I was supposed to do something else, and it never kind of came to fruition. So this is one version, and this is all the same skein of Spin Cycle, and the main color is Kokum yarn, fingering weight. So the fade, color fade, is just
You may have to put
so
something behind
pretty.
it. So you can see the fade a little bit? Yeah, there you can see it.
This is more blues, grays, fading into like a cranberry.
That's gorgeous.
And then this, by the time I got to, you know, the middle of the skein or what have you, it then
Oh,
went
that you could totally
to
say that.
the yellows and yellow and gray, and then it got deeper and brighter.
I love
so,
that rusty red.
Yeah, the rusty red is really neat. So I will toss some pom-poms on that.
It's like so
And
different.
It
You
is
give that to
It's really
two
beautiful.
completely different hats.
blue and red.
From one
It's
skein.
from
Now
one
this
skein.
is from one skein of both hats, one skein of Kokum, and one skein of the Spin Cycle dyed in the wool, and I still have enough Spin Cycle to do another hat.
That's
I'm out
crazy.
of, I don't have enough to do the main color of the Kokum, but I will just get another color, maybe do like even a gray. Something fingering weight,
yeah,
like
I
a
would be
gray
nice
or
with that.
something.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I still have enough of the Spin Cycle. So I am super psyched about that.
That's really beautiful.
And then I have this.
Well, you're just pulling stuff out of everywhere, girl.
Oh,
You
yes.
got the yarns coming from every direction.
Let's see. This is 2 of Wands. I love their stuff. This wrap scarf, Waterbury plaid blanket shawl. I'm making mine because we're doing this as like a knit along for us. I'm doing mine to mimic a Burberry. So far,
Love it. I like want to cast it on the second
Yeah,
I
it's
get home.
Gorgeous.
so what you do is you just knit, garter stitch, changing colors as the diagram,
It's
and then
beautiful.
at the end you will cut, I forget how long, strands, and just take a tapestry needle and you're gonna weave in just the strands, and then that's your fringe as
That's
well.
amazing.
So you're gonna do it going horizontally and vertically. So I think this is the easy part, and then the more tedious part will be weaving in those other to give it that plaid, you know, look.
Yeah.
I
So
love the yarn. Talk
I
about the
do
yarn.
the
yarn is
yarn
incredible.
is
It is
Lion
so
brand.
cool.
Yeah, Lion brand Retweed, and I believe it's recycled.
Yeah.
Recycled tweed. So, the whole shawl, I think, was maybe $50.
Super cool. And we actually
Wool,
ordered
and
it,
it
and it was
is,
here
it's
in a day. It was so
40%
quick.
wool.
It was so quick, the shipping.
It did, it
Right?
flew.
It
I think
flew.
didn't it come from Canada?
It came from somewhere else, and I
Yeah.
remember Australia.
No,
don't
the
remember.
one you remember?
No, I ordered. I thought it was coming from the UK, and it shipped from New York. But
Oh,
I
okay,
paid.
okay.
I paid it in UK money.
Funny.
Oh, that's funny.
That is weird.
It was
Huh.
weird.
Well,
I don't know how that happened. But
So
We got
I
it,
do
though.
love me some Lion brand. I mean, that's what I started with. You know, before I got into the fiber wool, real wool. But I love it. Like I always go back to Lion Brow. Vanna's Choice
yeah.
was always my choice.
Right. Well, when you're crocheting a blanket, I mean, that would
Yeah.
cost you a lot of money
Oh,
to make
yeah.
the blanket.
It would, and you know what too? Well, especially with kids or babies or whatever, you want to be able to wash that and wash it.
Yeah.
So that was always my first choice was, you know, the Lion Brand acrylic.
The one that's like easiest to take care of.
Yes.
Wash. I
Yeah.
always, all the blankets
Especially
my
with
mom
babies.
makes. Yeah.
Because then
Throw
if it
them
does
right
get
in the
ruined,
wash.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's exciting. So,
So,
you're moving along on
I
that.
am,
You're really
I
flying through
am.
that.
So, but I did heed your advice, and I
Okay.
did start to watch from episode 1, season 1 of The Golden Girls.
Oh.
That
I'm
makes me so
on
happy.
board. I cannot believe it. And you know, I used
Have you
to
ever
watch it with
watched
my
it?
grandmother. Yes, but that was ages ago. 20 some odd years, more than that.
I always put
It
it
was
on
like
and
30
see an
years
episode
ago.
that I feel like I've never seen.
I've seen every
Yes.
episode.
I can't believe, was there 12 seasons, 11 seasons?
No, there was only 6 or 7 seasons.
Really?
Yes, I watched it through the pandemic. I watched the entire series of Golden Girls, and then I started watching Designing Women because my mother and I always watched that.
Delta
Oh,
Burke.
love me some Delta
The
Burke.
hair.
So I was like, wow, I've seen every episode. I thought maybe there would be an episode in there that I never saw before, but unfortunately I did. I saw every episode. They actually ended it because B. Arthur didn't want to be on the show anymore.
Oh.
She went on to that.
She went on to bigger and better things. You know what's funny? I watched
No, I mean
her-
she went on to Designing Women.
No, B. Arthur was not on Designing Women.
Oh, so
B. Arthur just left, and she actually went on to Broadway. I watched a whole interview on them.
so you mean she left the Golden
She
Girls?
left the Golden Girls,
Oh, okay.
and it became Golden Palace, where they had a hotel, and it was only 1 season, and then it went off the air.
Oh yeah,
So-
I just couldn't get over the first episode. The quick, witty banter
Yeah.
Oh.
that went on was hysterical.
They remind me of the cast of Seinfeld, how they just worked so well together.
Yeah.
If you ever watched Seinfeld,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
were so on point and amazing.
Well, the
how
writing,
they fit
too.
They
there.
had amazing chemistry.
Yeah, the
They
writing was
jived.
amazing, and even with the Golden Girls, whoever their writers were, the comedians were. I mean, and B. Arthur
Amazing.
just was on point, as
Yeah.
was Sophia,
Sophia.
the mother, and Betty White. God,
She's
that
the
woman's
only one.
gorgeous.
She's
Love
the
Betty
only one
White.
still around.
Yeah.
So
she
sad.
is such a beautiful woman, and still is. And funny
I
as
watched
anything.
Maud when B. Arthur started. She started
I've
on.
never seen Maud.
So she started on All in the Family, and she was Edith's cousin. And if you ever watch the episode of B. Arthur on All in the Family, it's hysterical. She is a riot. And then she got her own show, Maud, which was like the first really breakthrough show that talked about things that were going on in society. Very, very good. I watched. I did, and then she was
Yeah.
on Golden Girls.
Yeah, so I was kind of just, knitting through this wrap, and I don't know, as much I always start off with something, and I'm like, oh, this is for me, and then as I'm, knitting it, I'm like, oh, but you know who would love this?
Is that going to be a gift?
I think it is, and I know the
Really?
perfect person.
Oh.
I think it's going to be a Christmas gift.
They're very lucky.
They are very lucky,
That's
especially the
beautiful.
people who are
It's
getting
so
those
nice.
hats.
Yeah.
That is actually amazing. That is.
I'm really
But you know what?
excited.
If it's
you enjoy
fun,
making it,
I
Yeah,
do,
you do it
I
again.
do,
Do it again.
I do.
Yeah.
I always wind up giving it away.
Yeah. You're good like that.
you are.
That's so nice.
There's certain things
Yeah.
that I've knit before that I would knit again.
Yeah.
For sure, my Material Girl. That's
Oh.
something I will definitely knit again.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I'll
That's a
never
beautiful one.
crochet again is those ponchos. I crocheted.
You made
I
2
think-
for me. I have 2.
No, this was when it was even before Martha Stewart. It was the
Love
Martha
Martha.
Stewart poncho. But I was like, she come walking out, of jail with the poncho on, the infamous. And I had already
Oh.
hustled out like 25 of them. And then everybody was asking, oh, can you make this? Can you make this? I'm like, oh, I want to say I made at least 50 of them.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That
I was always team
I
free Martha.
could not look at again.
I don't know. I kind of want you to crochet me one now that you mentioned it. I love Martha. I would love to have her poncho. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
All right. Lisa.
So I will.
Lisa.
I'm sorry, I smacked your table. I'll show what I've been working on. I'm like an inch from being done.
Hold on to your pants, people. because this is incredible.
This is the
I want to borrow it.
Wide Pullover by Alicia Plummer. It's a fairly new pattern. Pull the yarn out. This is done in Chelsea Luxe Delvino. It's the worsted weight yarn in colorway Favorite Leather Boots.
It's picking, the camera is picking it up amazing with the texture.
And it has like
So
these
squishy.
textured arrows going in different directions. This was so fun to knit, and it like flew off the needles. Except the last like 3 inches of the sleeve is taking forever.
Which it always does. It always does.
I love it.
But it's
Yeah.
amazing.
And the color is just gorgeous.
I'm in love with this color.
I've always loved that cover.
Oh,
That color
yeah.
by Chelsea. I always
Didn't
loved it.
you do something in that color?
Yes.
Oh,
No, Camille. I did the cardigan.
not in that. You did do it in
Not
that?
in Chelsea's yarn. I did it in another yarn because I wanted that kind of color, and it came more diarrhea than it did a gorgeous, beautiful golden. That my sister told me that was the ugliest thing she's ever seen,
Oh no.
and was like, "You really aren't going to wear that out of the house." You know what? That cardigan just was not for me. It was just not for me from the
I
get-go.
loved mine. What
Yeah,
was it called?
Because you. Oh God, what was it called?
Those came out beautiful.
They
you
were
did
gorgeous.
that pretty
Oh,
good.
I loved it.
I'm gonna give it to you for Christmas.
I did
I'm
the
gonna
Madeline
wrap it
touch.
and give it to you for Christmas because I hate it. I would never even wear it. And then after my sister tells me it looks like diarrhea,
Yeah.
I'm definitely not wearing it.
The only thing I wish I did is I wish I made the front panels
Cloud Bay.
wider.
It was a Cloud Bay. It was a Cloud Bay, and it was
Cloud
not the cardigan. It was my color choice because when I said to my sister, maybe I will rip it out and make something else, she goes, "No, the color's still horrible. You can't save it."
It's the color.
So it's not the pattern and it's not the sweater because Camille will have to in one of our podcasts wears hers and it's gorgeous.
Oh,
She
it's
did
gorgeous.
it in beautiful matte
It,
tosh.
like, glows.
Matte tosh, yeah. It was a
It's
beautiful olive
gorgeous.
or a foresty olive green.
And
Yeah.
Sandy's is pretty. Sandy did it in a really nice color. I mean, Sandy's looks fine. Mine looks like horrific.
Aw.
I wouldn't
Maybe
even.
maybe that color will be in. It was,
No, maybe
it
I'll
was-
wrap it up and give it to my
was-
sister as a Christmas gift.
I think you should.
I think I should too.
Somebody should get that via Secret Santa.
Oh,
Maybe, why don't you do that for work?
Secret Santa and give somebody my hideous sweater that you know, it's the color.
It's the color. The
color.
sweater's fun, but it was the color.
And you know something, every step of the way I kept saying to myself, I don't like the color. Oh, I don't like the color.
But you know,
And
that was our first sweater.
it was our first cardigan. It wasn't our
And you-
first sweater, it was our first
right.
cardigan.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
cardigan.
So,
we did the Arwen as our
yeah.
first.
And we did it as a sweater class, so it was totally cool. I mean, we learned so much in that pattern. It was the first raglan I ever did. It was the first
Yeah.
cardigan. The first time I ever picked up and did a band around a sweater.
Mm-hmm.
So we learned
So
a
much.
tremendous amount.
And we did
And
the
the Arwen?
no, with that, what did we learn going down?
Oh,
With
the bind off, Lisa. I-cord.
Oh.
Bind off.
It was an
I-cord.
I-cord.
Yeah, it was
that
the
was
I-cord.
fun.
And that was
really
fun.
cool.
That was really, really
Well, that
cool.
was just for me. I love the hand sewing. It just felt like hand sewing.
And the
I loved
pockets,
that.
right?
I did
You
the
did the
pockets. You
pockets.
did
I
not.
did not do the
I did the
pockets.
pockets because I wanted to learn pockets just
Yeah.
for the sake of learning.
I was a pocket
doing
dropout.
Yeah.
But I mean, you
I
guys.
mean, they're really. It's not like you're gonna like put anything in them.
I didn't
besides,
like it enough to put pockets on it. I was like, if I'm going to do all this work, I'm
Maybe
not.
with the pockets, you like it.
I will hate it. I will hate it. But interestingly enough, we've all been talking about the Spark sweater. Not that I am going to make it, but some of the ladies in our knitting group are very interested in making it.
I am.
Lisa and I were like, well, you guys have a really good time.
The color work is
It's
so
gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
It's absolutely gorgeous. It's just, I feel like personally, I feel like I have too many things on my list of things I want to make
Right.
and need to make.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of detail and color work throughout the whole thing.
I'm not confident enough in color work to do it. To be truthfully honest with you, I'm not confident enough. you're more, if you want to learn something, you're going to learn it. If you're interested, you've always wanted to steek something, I would love somebody to knit that for me. So if you ever want to make a second one, you know who to give it to.
You know, maybe I'll just make it for you because I'm not into worsted weight sweaters.
Can you?
I don't know.
Could you change?
I even think
don't
my
even know how you would
DK
change it.
sweaters are too bulky for me. I like a fingering.
That would definitely be
Yeah.
a problem for you.
Although it actually would be better if I knit it for you because you're smaller than me. The smaller bust, it would be less yarn and less work.
I want your faded cardigan. The one that you made by Andrea
That was
Mowry. Oh my
beautiful.
gosh.
That was really nice.
She let me try it on. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh,
it's swimming on you.
But it was gorgeous. I love it.
Yeah, the Chelsea Lux.
I would make that. If there was a cardigan, I would do that.
Yeah.
That's a great cardigan.
So what's next?
A few months back, this pattern came out by Shayna Billow called Material Girl, using the new Chelsea Lux linen yarn.
And there's Christina.
There's Christina. It's a blend of merino and linen, and it's an absolute dream to work with. So soft and so wearable.
Yeah.
So these two finished their sweater. And
We are wearing them
we
today.
are wearing.
So this is.
We are wearing our. Here, should we stand up so that you can
Yes, so
actually,
stand up.
so you can actually see? It's a cropped.
Beautiful.
I did the 3/4 length sleeve, which I actually did a little bit of a change from the pattern.
Yeah.
I didn't do any decreases because I
Me
don't like
either.
anything tight. So I just straightened it down, and then I did the ribbing, and I bound off. And then Camille.
I did mine to here, and then I had this little extra pop of color from up here.
That came out so
Yeah,
pretty.
but I love the drape. I
What
love the
yarn
way it
are you
looks.
using?
So I used the La Aimee in Tang for the mane, and the striping and the sleeve embellishment is La Aimee Sari.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, Sari, I
Gorgeous.
believe. Sorry.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful to work with.
Gorgeous.
Of course.
And it's so drapey.
So pretty.
Yeah.
So drapey.
So
pretty.
nice, and like I said, this I could wear, but I would wear this all winter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a hot tamale,
So
I
yes, you
prefer.
are.
Yes,
Yes, yes.
I prefer the fingering weight sweaters.
Yeah.
And what
I
are you
did-
wearing yours in?
I actually did mine in Chelsea
linen.
Lux in the linen base. I think it's 80% superwash, 10% linen, right?
Mhm.
I think
I think so.
so. We'd have to check pattern. Well, actually, we have the pattern here. Let's see. Here, you have the yarn right there. Actually, yeah. Here, we'll
This
show.
is 90% superwash merino, 10% linen. It's
Yep.
394 yards. And Christina
Beautiful
is
color.
just about to come out with her beautiful
blowing out a
fall
little bit.
colors.
There you go. You can see the label there.
I think tonight.
Yes.
Ooh,
I think-
it's 7 p.m.
There's an update tonight.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's an update
so
at 7 p.m. for Chelsea.
This
Which
is
today is August 20th.
this is the colorway exposed brick. So this is what it looks like knit up.
That's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And Chris's is Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon.
Blue
This
Lagoon.
is really pretty.
I love the Blue
I
Lagoon.
love the Blue
It's
Lagoon.
gorgeous.
Wait till you block the sweater. The linen is amazing. I mean, it's just so amazing. And what I actually love about this yarn is that it's not itchy. So sometimes when I use something that's 100% wool, it does itch me. So I always wear like a second skin underneath it. But this was so super soft and does not even itch me. I don't even have anything underneath this except for my tank top. So I love this yarn. I would
Yeah, it's
absolutely
really-
knit something in this again.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's breathable. It's like
Yes.
perfect for summer, like spring, summer, going into fall. It's a really nice weight, and it feels nice against the skin.
I think I might do. Maybe I'll do that new sweater. What is it? The puntilla.
The puntilla.
Puntillas. I'm gonna do that. Maybe in that new Chelsea color, that red one. With it.
Yeah, check out her update because she has all new colors,
Beautiful.
beautiful colors.
Maybe I'll do that.
She She actually, yeah, she put them on Instagram and Facebook today. So yeah, I mean, this is fingering weight yarn, and actually,
That could be my Christmas gift to me.
how many yards is that, Lise?
$3.94.
Yeah. So I mean, you're pretty much on par with what she used. I mean,
Yeah, $3.94.
Yeah.
What does she use for it?
She uses Singleton by Uncommon Thread.
And that's just plain merino.
It's
Yeah,
it's 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Is
It might be a little bit thicker
Mm-hmm.
because the yardage here is a little more. You're getting 475,
Mm-hmm.
but I would sub it out and try and use this.
And that has a good inclusive range too. It's pretty decent. 3XL. It
It's
goes up to
10 to
64 bust size. So that's
10 to 12
pretty
positive
cool.
ease. So that's a nice oversized.
yeah. I think I'm gonna make that.
You
That would be
should.
really pretty.
this-
That's
yeah.
my next one.
That would be
All
really
right,
pretty.
that's my next one. After my Christmas, this is my last. Well, I say that now. I say that.
And then you just
My
do the
last
cable.
Christmas knitting,
The
I
only thing
think.
that's different is the cable cast on, which I don't think I've ever done a cable cast on. So that would be cool. You're learning something new.
Cable cast on.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
That's when you put the needle, so like you turn your work around to the
Mhm.
inside,
Right.
and you put the needle through the first 2 stitches.
Okay.
Oh,
and then
yes.
you knit a stitch onto the needle and pull it through, and then put it onto
Yeah.
the right,
Okay.
the left hand needle.
I think
Yep.
I have done that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it's like
That's
the
cool.
same. Oh, you do the hem is done after the fact. Interesting. Cool.
That's exciting.
That
So
is
it's a
exciting.
top down?
That's
It's a
really
top
cool.
down. Always top down.
Is it a raglan? Or is it a...
No, hers usually aren't. Actually, hers.
Oh, it's a
very
drop
similar.
sleeve.
It's a
What
drop
do they
sleeve.
call dolman sleeve or drop sleeve? Is that a drop sleeve?
I don't.
Dolman is like the
When it's like,
way down there,
Loosey
right?
goosey.
Yeah.
Oh, like
drop
a bat wing.
sleeve.
Are you talking
Yes.
like a bat wing?
Yes.
Okay.
this is kind of a dolman
Yeah,
sleeve, I
right.
because
think.
this has
Yeah.
this is it's under the arm. There's
Yeah.
a lot of fabric underneath the arm.
Yeah.
This actually
Drop sleeve then.
is drop sleeve. It's actually very similar to the V-neck Boxy, or probably the Boxy sweater.
Mhm.
So it's the same thing. You're going to be, making your right shoulder,
Oh,
left shoulder.
Well, then I'll be learning a lot of new.
and then you'll be picking up
techniques.
stitches.
I will be calling you in tears. What did I do wrong?
My sister did this as her first sweater.
I know. Okay.
We can get you through it.
We'll get through it.
Now,
We'll
like
get
I,
through it
you know
together.
what? Now that I'm actually looking at this color with the navy blue and then like the border,
pretty.
it's actually really cool.
Mm.
That's really pretty.
Okay, looks like we found a new sweater to make. So,
Yeah.
so Lisa, what are you wearing? Since we just talked about what we're wearing.
This is the Este tee. I'll have to look up
Love
her
the
name.
sleeves.
The sleeve is
The
all
sleeves
lace
have
work.
like this
Yeah.
lace detail going down,
The yarn's gorgeous.
and the
Ooh,
rest of it
beautiful.
is just stockinette. And it was in the round, so that was like could not be simpler.
Mm-hmm.
And the yarn is La Bien-Aimée single in, I believe it's dusk, I want to say.
I just
Pretty.
can't get over that lovely right here.
And I love how like it's kind of a gray, but then you see like little specks of like neon kind of pop
Yeah,
out throughout
yeah.
the sweater, so it kind of makes it a little interesting.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. It's
you.
so
knitting
pretty.
plans for you?
Knitting plans. I'm
Goals?
going to do the wrap that we're all doing.
Mhm.
Yes.
And
The
I'm
two
going
of
to do
them.
it in a little bit different yarn, a little bit heavier weight. So my colors are, so this is Fire by Wool Addicts. Wow. And it's like incredibly soft.
Wow, that is very soft.
Here, I'll show the bands on the yarn.
So you guys can see that. So that's the Wool Addict, and there you go. You can. Oh, there you go. That's perfect. So that is like this
you
beautiful
still
burgundy
gonna-
wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Purpley.
This is, like
And
a
then the white, the cream.
Ooh,
Oh wait.
So this color
Put
combination
that
is going to be,
There we go. It's
so
gonna
look
be
at that color
gorgeous.
combo.
This is a black, and this is like a beige.
and then
Super cool,
wine,
Lisa.
the purple.
The wine's
So,
So I have to figure out, you know, I might have to knit it a little differently. Maybe less rows or whatever. I have to gauge and see.
I was gonna say, are you gonna use the same needle size? Or are you gonna go up?
I don't know. I have to really look at the pattern again and see
You might want to gauge.
what it calls for
Yeah.
and do a gauge swatch and just kind of
You could tag it too, hashtag it on Instagram and see what people have
see
done.
what people do.
And
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's like my
look it up
go-to. Look it up
yeah.
by the hashtag.
by the hashtag. Absolutely. Well, that's really exciting. Any sweaters coming up or?
I am going to be. So my cousin is expecting a little baby girl next
Oh,
month.
yay.
And I'm going to knit her a little baby dress called the Anya dress, which I did knit previously, and I loved it, and it came out beautiful. So I can't wait to knit that again. And I also want to make her a little blanket to match the Pearl Soho, no, Espace Tricot, the chevron blanket.
Ooh, that's nice.
Cool.
That's
so I
nice. We don't have any more
wanna do that.
babies. The
My-
shops are all closed in my family.
The candy shop.
Done.
How about you guys?
I'm trying to think. Well, I can always knit. Well, more Christmas knitting. I have my couple nephews
Yeah.
to knit for as well. Well, they're quick and easy little hats. I'll probably make them, but yeah. So what else?
I will be doing hats. I bought yarn to make the Trails End hats for my husband and both of my sons.
Mm-hmm.
They really liked that hat, and I liked it too. So I'll try. Maybe I'll make one.
The
I bought black and gray.
The
kind
colors
of.
you picked
Yeah.
are really nice.
So I'm gonna do that for the guys, and then I'll do something different for me because I absolutely love that hat. I had such hat envy when I saw you whipping that up, and I mean it whipped up so
gorgeous.
quick. I
Yeah.
mean it was like by the end you can do a hat like in a day and a half. It's so cool.
Yeah.
So
it was pretty
Yeah.
fast, and it was just all slip stitches.
Yeah.
Slip, slip, slip.
I've never
It was
done
cool.
slip stitches,
Oh, it's easy
so I'm
peasy.
excited to do it. And then I am gonna cast on that Two of Wands as well. We bought the
Yeah.
yarn for that. I really want to
That's
make
gonna
that.
be fun.
So
I just thought if Colin plays football, if football happens in September, I kind of envisioned wearing that to the field. I was like, oh my gosh, it'll be so nice and warm. I could
Yeah,
just wrap
nice
up
and
in it.
cozy.
Yeah. So
and you're doing yours in blues, right?
I am. I'm doing it exactly. We didn't print this in color because
No.
for some reason we all have printer issues. I am doing it in exactly what the color called for, and it was like this peanut butter brown, a beige, and I think like a navy blue and a lighter blue.
Yeah.
So I am doing it exactly the way I loved the way it looked.
Mm-hmm.
But then I saw yours and I like the way yours looked. So this could be something maybe I'll knit again. I'll make
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
I think the way that it is, the plaid can look good in so many different colors.
yeah.
So
I
many
mean, it's
different
endless
combinations you could do it in.
Totally. I mean, you can change it, do whatever you want, and really, make it your own. It's great. So, and then I'm probably gonna make another sweater. I'm in sweater mode. I'm obsessed with sweaters,
Yeah.
and there's so many of Isabel Kramer's sweaters that I want to make. So many of Hohi sweaters that I want to make.
Yeah. I kind of, for me, it's like whatever mood I'm in. I have to
Be in the mood, make a sweater.
Although there was a Hohi sweater that was really light. It was almost like a shell. And I believe she did it in a really, really dark blue. It was gorgeous.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Oh, it was beautiful. So I think I may also
Get on the Hohi train.
I gotta get on the Hohi train.
I love everything she makes.
Yeah.
Her
Although I think
patterns are
I'm a little bit more of a tighter knitter, so I'm definitely gonna have to gauge swatch because I never get gauge with Hohi. I feel like I'm way tighter. She must knit super loosey goosey. But I'll just go according to that. And I love a good shell cardigan. I wear them all the time. I have it in every color, the Old Navy ones.
That's
I
how I
fire
feel.
sale it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about the
Every
Material
color.
Girl. I feel like I could have this in
Yeah.
every color
Mhm.
of the rainbow because it's so easy just to throw on and wear. I wear it to work.
Yeah.
I work at
It's
my
kind
office
of
is
like
freezing,
it
so
kind of like has that like favorite sweatshirt feel,
Yes.
but like a little more dressy.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
It's
yeah.
like it looks great on, but it's so comfortable.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. I seriously have yarn up my nose.
I constantly have
Mohair.
up
Oh,
my
Knitter
nose.
problems.
So I
My
have
throat.
mohair up my nose.
Before I forget, the designer of this sweater I'm wearing is Justina Lorkowska.
Ooh,
Um,
that's a pretty name.
That's a very pretty
Yeah.
name. Very
and
talented.
it's Este or Este, Este.
Beautiful.
And this is the picture that's on the pattern.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That
that's
sleeve
beautiful.
detail. It's really cool.
it is. My knitting list, I actually keep a journal, and I recommend that to anyone. Keep a journal. I do. I have.
Of
It's,
all of your knitting
Yes.
things that you knit,
It
you write
is.
it down.
I literally picked this
Oh, you're
up
so good, Kris.
at Five Below.
It's really
And-
pretty.
Isn't it really pretty? It was
Yeah.
Five Below.
That is gorgeous.
I keep a list of everything that I want to knit, and then as I knit it, because so many times I forget.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, what was that? And I go back through Ravelry and I have to scroll through. So I do, whenever I see something, I write it down. And then when I make it, I check it off the list.
And do you
Really good.
I see that you wrote that you material girl, you did it in Chelsea linen.
Yeah. And then like the honeybee hat, I did it in Red Carpet Bulky by Chelsea. I do. I always keep notes, even on my patterns. I keep notes of the yarn that I used.
You are so good.
Well, I just feel like if I want to make it again, and I know I like this and I love this, I have made that mistake where I've thrown the bands away, and I'm like, what did I use? And that was one of the things Sandy taught me when I first knitted. Never throw away the needle case that it comes in. Whatever sleeve it comes in, hang on to it. And I did not listen. And I have needles now that I'm like, I don't even know what size this is.
Oh.
So I always have to check. So
So I have a
I tried.
I have a Chow Goo came out with a needle holder, and it goes according to size, and then you just slip them in. It has like little sleeves. So I have those for my loose needles, and then my regular.
That's coming. I am getting one.
And that really weird sound in the background is the dog.
Oh, yes.
That's Big Al.
That's Big Al.
Big
Al
Al
is
having a
drinking
little
his
drink.
water. Big Al's thirsty. He was just outside with little Phil running
Yes,
around.
Philly.
So,
Little Philly.
yeah, so that's what we have going on.
Yeah.
We are always busy.
Looking for fall.
But we-
I am so looking forward to fall. Pumpkin spice
Pumpkin
everything.
everything.
Soups. And
It's really
stews
funny
and
because
sweater weather.
throughout the whole entire pandemic, we're in New Jersey, like we said, on the Jersey Shore. We were shut down. We were
Yeah.
in our houses
Still kind of shut down.
for 4 months. Literally, you couldn't even go to a doctor, really. You had to do a virtual call with the doctor. So we couldn't even, and we still kind of can't get paper towels or toilet paper. I don't understand why every time I go to the store, it's still an issue.
Well, I think paper towels for me aren't an issue. I go to Costco for that. It hasn't been. It's the cleaning supplies.
The cleaning
Well,
supplies
yeah, you can't
are always
The
sold out.
wipes. The
Yeah.
wipes.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about, but I just scored a case and they came in like those individual, almost like diaper wipes.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
my
Pop
father-in-law
up,
got us those.
and they just had gallon jugs of hand sanitizers, all different brands of hand sanitizers. So I did partake in that. Because I feel like, what the heck, you're gonna use it,
Yeah.
eventually. It's not
It's
something that'll go
absolutely.
bad.
No, yeah.
And who knows with the fall and the flu and everything like that, it's just a crapshoot. So
Well, we were
I want
looking
to
forward
be
to
prepared.
summer so much, and it's like summer, just gotta get to
Yeah.
summer, gotta get out of school,
Yeah.
gotta get the kids to summer. Now I just want fall.
Yeah.
I just want to go apple
I
picking.
love
Yeah.
fall. We've had a couple of cooler days here, like in the 70s, and I just feel so good.
Have you guys noticed in the
Feels so
morning it's been a little chilly?
Chilly.
Chris, yeah. Well, we're right on the water, so it's always a little breezy over here. Because
Yeah.
I'll leave in a sweater, and I get to work, it's like, oh, it's so hot here. They're like, well, why are you dressed for winter? I'm like, you don't understand. When you walk out in the morning, when you live on the water, it's cold. We're in
Yeah.
this teeny tiny little beach
You
community.
get that bay breeze.
And you get the bay smell.
Low
Sometimes.
tide,
Low
low
tide.
tide.
Low
Sometimes
tide.
Get
not
that
so
nice stench
Yep.
of low tide on
We
a
went for
hot
a
August
walk the other
afternoon.
day, and Colin was like, I can't take it. It smells. I'm like, what do you expect? You live on the Jersey Shore.
Oh,
It's,
yeah, he doesn't get it.
get out of here. So,
Get used to it,
get
kid.
used to it. So yeah, so we're looking forward to fall.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking forward to cooler weather,
Mm-hmm.
to the kids getting back to school,
Yeah.
to knitting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Next Friday is a big knit night. We have a birthday in the house. Camille's daughter is turning 11.
Luciana.
Yeah, she's our, and she knits too.
She knits.
She is our little
She's
knitter.
a junior knitter.
She
We do.
is. We taught her how to knit, and she also sews, which is super.
And your
cool.
niece Grace. It's really cute sometimes.
Gracie Lowe.
Let me
I
sit.
taught Grace how to knit. But right now they're, it's kind of when they're in the mood.
Right. Well, they're 11 and going into 6th
Yeah.
grade, so,
Yeah.
it's hard to believe our oldest
Right
are
now
going
they're
into
into
8th.
pottery. I
They've got
know.
time.
It's
8th
crazy.
grade. So.
I have one foot out the door. Lisa, you're going to be in elementary by yourself next year. This is it. This is the last hurrah. Oh, you'll be book fairing it up by yourself.
If we even have any
If
book
we even
fairs,
have.
who knows?
Yes, who knows?
Who knows?
So, all right.
Yes. Thank you for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you.
And we are on Instagram as Salty
Salty
Purls.
Purls.
Mm-hmm.
You can find us on Instagram and like and or subscribe.
Leave a comment down below.
Leave a comment, and we will try to link everything that we have here.
Yeah.
In case you're interested.
And if you have any questions for us, feel free to ask a question down below, and we will answer it on our next podcast. Hopefully, we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yes.
All right.
Bye.